Nintendo has had a very long run making its Game Boy and now the DS and the 3DS. But before any of this, there was the Game & Watch series. These were individual handheld games that varied from Donkey Kong to one just called Fire, and you may have seen the character Mr. Game & Watch in the last Super Smash Bros. Game. Now, in 2002, Nintendo took a large number of these and released them on the Game Boy Advance. This is Game & Watch Gallery 4. When I was given this game for my birthday when it was first released, my less intelligent little self didn't know what the Game & Watch even was. All I knew was that this is a series of minigames that feature either Mario characters or a weird little man that looks like Popeye's shadow. 9 years later, I see it as an interesting concept. Take classic Game & Watch games, and in addition to the originals, include an updated version that looks like it fits on the Game Boy Advance. There are a number of games to choose from in Game & Watch Gallery 4, with basically any genre you can want included somewhere on the cartridge. However, a few seem to be vastly improved since their originals. Boxing, for instance, was pretty boring when it was released as a Game & Watch game, but its modern version is a fun little brawl that gives the player more control. In addition, some of the games have even had their mechanics changed to improve the experience. The game Chef, my personal favorite in the collection, was originally just a test of reflexes as little patties bounced on your frying pan. However, the new version of the game has been pretty heavily modified. There are numerous of food items that get cooked with every bounce, and after they're golden brown, you feed them to Yoshi, who then poops out a child thing. Alright. There's actually one game that is actually much more fun in the original than its updated version. Rainshower is a fast-paced and challenging game on the Game & Watch that uses a simple concept to deliver a great time killer, while its modern incarnation is just flat-out boring. I wouldn't go near this one. Donkey Kong Jr., on the other hand, is almost the exact same game between the two versions, but it's also one of the best. I guess it's true that you shouldn't stray from a classic formula, and that's something that Nintendo has demonstrated well over the years. Visually, Game & Watch Gallery 4 is obviously a little bit hard to gauge. While the modern versions look great, it's evident that we have come a very long way since the days of the Game & Watch. Those visuals could actually start to hurt your eyes if you look at them for too long. Audio is very good, even if it is a little bit simple. The songs in the game are all really catchy, and they suit each game perfectly. While this is basically just a rehashing of earlier Nintendo games, it's still nice that Nintendo hasn't forgotten where it's come from. Some of these earlier Game & Watch games used incredible formulas, and it made sense for Nintendo to add their famous Mario characters into them to give the game some new life. This one may actually be a little bit hard to track down now, but it is definitely worth buying if you can find it.